If you're running Facebook ads and thinking, oh my gosh, there are so many metrics to look at, like where the heck do I even start? Then you're watching the right video. First, take a breath with me. Isn't that better? Okay, I'm kidding, but let's learn the best ways to analyze your ad campaigns metric by metric. That way you can ship more winning ads, impress your colleagues and clients, and maybe, just maybe, you can relax a little bit. Because when it comes to ad metrics, you are not just a news anchor reporting to your team on random numbers and data points. You have to share the story about the how and the why things are happening with your ads. You also need to help your team and your client make more data-informed decisions. But don't just take my word for it. The creative strategists that use these frameworks we're going over today analyze over $5 billion in ad spend with us here at Motion. And one of those users is Dara Denny, who you should go like and follow because she has some of the best content out there for sure. We really like this visual that she created for one of our workshops that helps you better understand what your primary KPIs are, your storytelling KPIs, and most important storytelling KPIs are. And just as a heads up, I'm going to be using Motion throughout this video to analyze the campaigns because that gives us really the best visual analysis that we can look at. So if you want to follow along, sign up for free by clicking the first link in the description, and then you can also grab the Meta Metrics cheat sheet there as well. And for the purposes of this video, I'm really covering metrics mostly for video ads, but there's some great tips in here for static ads as well. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and get started. Okay, so every single ad that you create can be broken up into 5 parts or jobs to be done. Capture attention, hold attention, get people to site, drive engagement on the site, win the purchase or desired action. And each of those jobs, as you probably guessed, corresponds to a specific ad element, a component of your ad. So the hook, the body, the CTA, the landing page, and your website experiences. But for the purposes of this video, we're really just gonna focus on capturing attention, holding attention, and getting people to your site. So let's start with the ad hook. When you're trying to figure out if an ad hook is capturing attention or not, you need to take a very close look at 2 metrics: first frame retention and thumb stop ratio. The first frame retention is the percent of people that allow your video to start playing in their feed. And if this rate is less than 90%, that's an opportunity for you to test a different text overlay that better helps users to know what to expect in the ad. You can also test branded versus unbranded hooks in the first few seconds, maybe seeing if one of those captures more attention. And you definitely want to look to see if your first frame features a face or a product. And when it comes to thumb stop ratio, that's the percentage of people watching the first 2 to 3 seconds of your video. And if your thumb stop ratio is lower than average, that's your signal to substitute components like better audio sample that evokes bigger emotions, maybe some alternative B-roll, or scripting that addresses the what, why of your ad in less time. If we take a look at a report for some ads we ran here in Motion, we can actually see that there's 6 different ones we ran, and there's one that has a high first frame retention but a lower thumb stop ratio. So this is an ad where I'm holding out a giant tweet I printed out. And if we watch the ad, there's actually an opportunity to maybe evoke some more emotion, maybe with something like a more shocking tweet, but the concept itself stopped people. We just need to figure out how to hook them just a little bit longer. All right, the next part of this ad that we want to analyze is the post hook or the body of the ad. This is where our job to be done is to hold attention. This can be anywhere from 4 seconds all the way to the end of your video. And the metrics that correspond with this are through play, 15-second by 3-second video retention, 100% video play rate, and video average play time. When it comes to through play, this metric tells us if we are holding attention after the hook. Inside Motion, you can actually hover over that number and see where it falls relative to the average. If it's lower, try changing up the content right after the hook, so the part from 4 to 8 seconds. But a reminder here that videos with high click-through rates might have lower through play if people are clicking out early from the ad to visit your website, so just keep that in mind. For the 15-second by 3-second video retention rate, it's all about qualifying your hook. This metric is the percentage of people that watched the first 3 seconds of your video divided by the number of people that continued to watch to the 15-second mark. Your job is really to figure out which hook is pulling in more engaged users. And so when you look at that part of your ad, maybe you can iterate and change the pace of the assets to help keep people paying attention. The difference between this and through play is this really lets you dive deeper onto your engaged audience versus all the random people who watched 15 seconds versus those who didn't. 100% video play rate is what it sounds like, a metric that tells you how many people made it through the whole video. Like through play, a higher click-through rate can actually lower this, which is a good thing because you want people to click through and get to your website. So the average playtime though, it's really about making sure that the most important parts of your ad are being watched. So ask yourself if this is a key benefit that's happening before or after you make your point. You can also focus on changing the content at the average second watched mark to see if you can increase it. Iterating on a hook can change the quality of people you reach that can change this metric as well. Let's take a look back inside Motion. We can look at these metrics on our ads and also have something that we call our watch score, which is a Motion algorithm's deeper analysis of combined metrics to tell you the ability of a video to keep a viewer engaged. Based on what I'm seeing here, one iteration we could test is to maybe cut back and forth between that woman's face and the view of the laptop by the water and keep maybe a stronger text overlay of "my boss thought I was cheating," and see how that ad performs. Okay, so now we want to look at CTAs and how we get people from the ad to the website. This includes 3 metrics: click-through rate, all, click-through rate, outbound or link click, and thumb stop click-through rate. Your CTR all is the percentage of people that liked, shared, commented, or clicked out of your ad, and a high CTR all can signal high engagement on your ad. You want to monitor this in combination with CTR link just to make sure people aren't like, just clicking out really quickly or whatever, but you can increase engagement by asking questions in your videos, covering topics worthy of discussion, and interacting with people in your ad comment sections. Your CTR outbound or link click is the percentage of people that click to an external link from your ad, and to improve on this metric, you can actually test ways to share what viewers will get when they click. Do this by changing up your copy, your scripting, your text overlays to communicate a little bit more effectively. Ask yourself, what wording can I use verbally and visually that would get someone to stop scrolling, exit Facebook, and go to my website right freaking now? Thumb stop CTR is the percentage of people that watch the first 2 to 3 seconds of your video and click to the site. There's a big difference between thumb stop CTR and CTR. You might want to check that out because people might be quickly clicking and not experiencing much of your video, but this is more likely to happen in retargeting ads, so maybe don't worry about it too much. As we go back into Motion, let's look at our ads. I see that one of our ads actually has a low CTR link click, but a fairly high thumb stop CTR, which tells me that this ad is actually doing a good job of getting my engaged audience to click, but that not enough people from a larger audience are interested in clicking. Might need to make some tweaks. All right, so while this video doesn't cover the complete list of every single metric that you can track on your Facebook ads, because we actually have like 170 different metrics in our software that you can filter through, the idea is to help you get better at telling a story on the how and the why with your advertising decisions. You can connect Google Analytics and Motion metrics for even more in-depth metric analysis, especially with landing page actions on your website. If you'd like to download the metric cheat sheet, you can find a link in the description. We hope this video helps. Now I myself am going to take a long, deep breath. Thanks for watching.